Welcome back to Solomon's Porch with your host, Jason.
And Shawn.
And we're going to be doing our very first reaction video. Shawn and I.
I'm not sure how this works.
So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to play the video. We're going to play the YouTube video.
I've never watched one of these before.
Have you ever seen an honest trailer before?
Well, yeah, I've seen an honest trailer before, but I mean, I've never seen like a reaction video.
So what we'll do is we're going to watch through it. And if we begin to laugh or feel like we need to say something, I'll pause it. We'll share our thoughts, commentary, and then we'll keep on going. Okay? All right. So that's what we're going to do. This is the Moon Knight Honest Trailer. Honest Trailers does a lot of funny videos. The one for the Batman wasn't as funny as I was hoping it would be. So I was like, I just, we'll just find the funny ones that are up here. And we can even dive back into old ones as well, too. So they got a whole arsenal of videos. So you might have seen it on Facebook videos or whatever. So we're going to be sharing it. I hope this is something that works out pretty good for us because it'll be another good YouTube category. So we're going to go ahead and add to the stream and we're going to hit play.
Marvel's used up their A-list characters, their B-listers, and the best available Chris list. But before the Fox reinforcements arrive, they're reaching way down deep to dig up one last obscure hero. Let's see, what's left in here? Big Bertha? Nah. Hell Cow? Put her in the maybe pile. Oh, the guy with Egyptian magic. What's his name? White Batman? Moon Knight. Yeah, that's the guy. Don't know who Moon Knight is?
So I've heard so many people compare Moon Knight to Batman, and watching it, I don't necessarily see it.
I think it's the whole nighttime jumping from buildings kind of thing, and being able to have that cloak and cape thing going on.
I still don't see it as much.
Yeah.
So anyway, Hell Cow, I would like to see that then.
Neither does he. Oscar Isaac stars as three personalities fighting for control of the same hot bod. One is Stephen Grant, a modern-day Londoner with the vibe of a Dickensian street urchin.
Only the worthiest would be allowed to pass through the field of reeds.
Is he really going to do the whole show like that?
This is how I talk.
Ooh. The other is Mark Spector, a mercenary with the same tragic past as Dewey Cox.
This is all your
Hey, just so long as we don't get a lot of phalluses like Dewey Cox, I'm probably okay.
I've never seen Dewey Cox, so.
You don't, and you don't get to see Deweys in the movie, but you see others.
Okay, all right.
A wrong kid died.
And their third is Khonshu, an ancient Egyptian god who enslaves the MCU's first Jewish superhero. So I guess old habits die hard? Together, they'll drive his body around like a hot little clown car in an Oscar Isaac vehicle built for one purpose: huge acting choices.
When he was doing that little dance fight move, it reminded me of Mask. Do you remember the movie Mask?
Yeah. Or Me, Myself, and Irene. Yeah.
Oh my God! You can't make me!
Now that's a death face right there. That's what you call Oscar Isaac. Mwah. You'd think Oscar would stay away from Egyptian comic book stuff after the last time. But this Giza's headed back to Giza for more Egypt tropes than a scarab pointing to the hieroglyphics on a pharaoh sarcophagus, as Moon Knight must race to find the magic something or other with the help of his wife Layla, a woman who knew all about his superhero side.
Some in the suit.
But nothing about his PTSD, family trauma, or the fact that he killed her dad. Classic Marvel couple. Together, they'll team up to defeat Jafarthur Harrow, Ethan Hawke phoning it in as a villain with the power to be like super judgy.
You're a V.
Oh, do you feel like Ethan Hawke
Called it in? Yeah, it's weak.
I didn't really enjoy his character at all.
Totally weak.
Yeah.
Again, right? Yeah, so am I.
No, not that judgy thing. The other one. The death one.
I wish you could live to see the world we make.
Are you ready for action? Moon Knight isn't. Because when danger strikes, he blacks out.
say at that part of the show, I knew there was a third character that they had not shown yet because both of them were trying to figure out who killed the guy.
Right.
Like they teased that way back in episode 2, I think. I don't know, might have been 3. But I knew at that point I was like, there's another guy coming in somewhere.
Right.
And then they finally had to,
Ugh, this reminds me of when Four Loko was still legal. Instead of fighting, gets bogged down by nonsense worthy of an Eternal.
You'd be surprised how many intersectional planes of untethered consciousness exist.
In a first half that's just bickering over who gets to be the main character.
Give me the bodies. Give me the body.
Give me the body, Mark.
Give me the body.
You give me the body and you piss off.
And a second half that feels like a janky rush to make up for lost time.
Your mind is violently vacillating between sense and nonsense.
Culminating in a finale that's Marvel's third kaiju ending. And fourth, hero meets alternative version of themselves ending in just this last year.
Things just got out of hand.
And I woke up here, and now I'm surrounded by variants of myself.
Peter 1, Peter 2,
Peter 2.
Peter 3.
Peter 3.
I mean, who says they're running out of ideas and the genre is eating itself? Me. I say that. So strap in for a series that may not have done justice to its amazing cast, may not have done justice to the subject matter of mental illness, and definitely didn't do justice to one of the coolest Marvel Comics characters ever. But the most hardcore MCU fans got what they were looking for. Someone trying to hide by wearing a plain baseball cap. Woo! Cap confirmed! Starring.
I've seen that so many times. We joked about that, like just the obscurity of wearing just a baseball cap to hide yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and they do it in a lot of other films too. I mean, Bourne did it. So.
Yeah. And every thief in Walmart does it too. Carry on 3 hats and change them out as they're getting stuff. All right.
On the Moon Knight, I am Governor Bob's your uncle. Tyler Burden. Elyon Hubbard. The Cursed Wives Club. Angry Birdman. Deity at Law.
10 points to Hippoglyph.
Killer Croc.
You think you own his body?
Republicans.
It belongs to me.
Don't do it, Mark.
Oh my goodness.
Really, I thought we were getting political.
Oh man. Yeah. It got political.
Stop it.
And I'm talking to the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. One flew over the conchu's nest. Oh,
man.
so this is Eternal Paradise. It's nice. It's a bit boring though, isn't it? Hey, Screen Junkies, before Disney Plus.
Oh man, I gotta be honest, man. That whole paradise scene of that, I just didn't get it. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Like that's the paradise? Yeah, man. I don't know. Do you agree? Do you disagree? How do you feel about the honest review?
I largely agree. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was interesting. I still watched it all, but
Yeah.
it definitely quickly got to the point where you were like, there's another episode today. All right, I guess we'll watch it.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like I feel like so many people feel like they have to like something if it involves a particular issue. So like the number one issue here, a lot of people were talking about like mental illness. Like to me, it didn't feel like a mental illness show at all.
Nah, I got that.
Like I mean, you get the scene in the psych ward,
Mhm.
but all that was just fabricated. It wasn't a real like the Joker had a mental illness issue.
But multiple personalities is definitely a real legit thing.
But this is a fictitious account of those multiple personalities. Though. Like, this is a very non-real thing.
Well, how it fully manifests is
Yeah.
but still multiple personalities still feels that way. Where, and this is my understanding, just purely from the psych classes, is that you would essentially black out and you do wake up and you go, I'm missing time because this other personality of you has taken over during that time frame.
I just feel like that's not the goal of the show. It's like sprinkled in there a little bit so they can make it seem like they included something special in there.
Admittedly, it's not the main objective, but it is an underlying. I feel like it's a solid underlying issue.
I just didn't get it from that at all.
Okay.
So I feel like if you're looking for it, it's there. But I feel like for the general audience, nobody's going to think, "Oh, mental illness is an issue." Like you are if you know it's an issue, or if you like. I feel like for the general audience, it's not something that's like, "Hey, this needs to be addressed."
Okay.
Like that's the way that
Okay.
I felt about it. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love psychology so much. I took 4 classes in college. So
yeah. Okay. Yeah, but everything else I felt like was pretty spot on. You know, they make joke of it, but you know, Oscar Isaac did a phenomenal job acting in it. All the different things and ways and moments and reactions and all this stuff, I felt like he did a good job at in one show expanding a lot of his different abilities. So even the real goofy British accent, I think a lot of people made fun of. I didn't think he could pull that off. So.
okay.
But yeah, you disagree?
I still don't really honestly know where I stand on the goofy accent.
Gotcha.
I don't know whether to respect it or to hate it as much as I feel like I ought to.
All right. Well, that is our reaction video for Honest Trailer Moon Knight. So let us know what you think. Is this something we should do more of? I don't know. We got to base what we do off of your interest because stuff like this is primarily just for your entertainment. It's not ministry oriented. So,
No.
all right. We'll be back next time. Make sure you stay tuned.